In a remote village, far from the noise of the city, lived a poor but pious man named Salman. He worked as a laborer during the day and spent his nights in prayer. One evening, as the sun began to set and the sky turned red with dusk, Salman was walking home through a forest path, a shortcut he always used. Suddenly, he felt a chill in the air. The wind stopped, and the birds went silent. From the shadows of the trees, a group of men appeared, faces covered, eyes cold. They were bandits, and one of them said, "Give us everything you have, or this is the last night of your life." Salman froze. He had nothing valuable on him, just a few coins and a piece of bread. But more than fear, he felt helpless. He raised his trembling hands and said, "I don't have anything. I am just a poor man returning home after work. Please, let me go." One of the men lifted his weapon, and just as he was about to attack, the sound of azan echoed from the village masjid. "Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar." ... The bandits stopped. Their eyes widened. One of them whispered, "It's Maghrib ... We must leave ... And in moments, they vanished into the trees. Salman fell to the ground, in tears, whispering, "Ya Allah, you saved me with your call ... He worked as a laborer during the day, and when the sun would set, he would spend his nights in prayer and worshipping Allah Almighty. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh." Salamo was walking home through a forest path. This was the shortcut he always used. But tonight, it seemed like a bad idea, and the birds, who were singing a moment ago, went silent. He was a poor man, and that was all he had. But more than fear, he felt helpless. What could a poor man do against these ruthless outlaws? From the shadows of the trees emerged a group of men, their faces covered, their eyes cold and hard. "I am just a poor man returning home after work. Please let me go." From somewhere in the distance came the sound of the adhan echoing through the valley. It seemed to be right behind Salman, coming from the village. The men stopped, their eyes widened in disbelief. One of them whispered urgently, "It's Maghrib time. We must leave." And in moments, they vanished into the trees as quickly as they had appeared, leaving Salman unharmed. My brothers and sisters, today's story is, Allahu Akbar echoed, and death ran away. One of them said, "Give us everything you have, or this is the last night of your life." In a remote village, far from the noise of the city, lived a poor but pious man named Salman. So don't lose hope in Allah's help. Have faith in Allah's promise. We should always turn to Allah Almighty in prayer and seek His help. And Allah's promise is that He will never abandon those who call upon Him. May Allah Almighty bless you all. And remember, no matter how difficult the situation may seem, Allah is the protector of those who put their trust in Him. One evening, as the sun began to set and the sky turned red with dusk, suddenly he felt a chill in the air. The wind stopped blowing. And let's never forget to call upon Allah in times of need. For Allah is the protector of the helpless and the hopeless. Salman recognized them instantly. These were the same bandits who had been terrorizing the countryside, robbing travelers and taking their lives. Salman froze. All he had were a few coins and a piece of bread. Taking a deep breath, he raised his trembling hands and said, "I don't have anything." But one of the men lifted his weapon, and just as he was about to strike, suddenly, falling to the ground, he cried out, "Ya Allah, you saved me with your call." Indeed, my brothers and sisters, when a person is in a very bad situation, Allah Almighty says, "Call on me, and I will answer you." Just like Salman, when we face our problems, we should never lose hope. So let's be like Salman, full of faith and hope in Allah's promises. That's all for today's story.